Do-Rag Wisdom, Earth date Y2K 17.06.15. My wife's father, he was 91, he died last Sunday, and we just had the funeral yesterday. And if he would have lived, his birthday was coming up in a couple of weeks, and he would have been, or this next week, right, and he would have been 92. And just 9 months, around, 9 months earlier, my wife had to bury her younger brother. Today, or yesterday, some fucking maniac who probably despises Trump, Putin, shithead, and the Geo-Putins as much as I do, went out and to this practice baseball game in Alexandria, and this guy opened fire and he started shooting these senators, and I was imagine this Representative Scalise, who was shot in the hip and he's still in critical condition, and the bullet ricocheted inside of his body, and he's one of those guys who signed on to destroying health care and all the most negative. He's got an A+ rating by the NRA. And at the time, I didn't know this. I know that there are people in there. I didn't know these particular facts. All I knew was this guy got shot in the hip, and he's in critical condition. At the time, he was crawling. If you could imagine this, he was crawling for his life. And I really felt bad. That was my first reaction. That I felt bad for these people. I mean, that this piece of shit came out and shot people, tried to kill people, tried to take away lives, had so little regard for life. And I believe that the guy that's in our office, that is in the office of the presidency right now, is in the Oval Office. I believe that he has that same mentality. I mean, he's a sick bastard too. But would I go out and shoot him? No fucking way. I despise him. Trump, these GOP greedy bastards who are trying to destroy the middle class, destroy people who are just existing. We have a president who encourages violence with his rhetoric. And here, the way I felt, the first reaction that I felt to what I saw was, I felt sincerely very bad. I felt bad. I felt bad for this Representative Scalise who's crawling for his life. I really, just imagine that. And it made me feel relieved. Good that I felt that way. Because it means that I still have a little bit of humanity left. I still have a little bit of heart left. In a world, in a society, in a human civilization that does nothing, or mostly, generating pain. So I thought about this week and dealing with death and the end of life. And all the crap that we put ourselves through. I thought about, and then this horrific event. And of course I spew. I was reading about this guy that did the shooting, this monster. And yeah, I hates Trump. I mean, I despise Trump too. Hates the GOP. I despise the GOP too. He just, you know, it's like the disturbing thing about being human is there's two sides of us that's always working. There's the light side, the dark side. And I'm not talking about religiously or anything like that. You know, the devil here and the angel. Bullshit. You know what I mean? And the fact that I have something in common in my hatred for the GOP and this creep Trump, the fact that I have anything in common, that, you know, it's so disturbing to me. And it's been bothering me. But then, this thing happened, and the first reaction I had was, I felt very sad about it. I felt very sad for these poor humans, these poor pathetic schleppers, like all of us are, who are now being attacked because we're encouraging naked apeism rather than censoring it. And if we only got together and just said, hey, let's try to be more decent, try to be more humane to everything. And I felt bad. And then I knew that I truly wasn't one of them. I still have a little humanity left in me. I hadn't grown callous, unfeeling, so completely as one of my fictional fathers and heroes said, Dr. Miles Bennell in Invasion of the Body Snatchers, that people allow their humanity to drain away and they become callous. My heart goes out to the victims of this event, and that I hope that they recover. And it's so ironic that the two heroic police officers, the Capitol police officers who defended, I think it was either Scalise or one of the others, they're African American. They're people of color. And they made the choice to sacrifice, to sacrifice their lives. And they were wounded too, and still alive as far as I know. Two African American human beings, two human beings of color, who heroically did what they had to do to help other human beings in distress, even though that is a party of racist hatred.